Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Please confirm you can hear me. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. I can hear you.
All right. Good afternoon, Madam Salami. Good afternoon, Madam Obiora. Good afternoon, Madam Lawal. All right. So please, can we just go into the WhatsApp group and you know inform every other persons that the class has started? Please, let's do that. The class has started. So we can give them like 2 more minutes for them to join the class.
Okay, hi Samson, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir, Mr. Lewin.
Yeah, I think now that it's about 3:04, I think we can start where other people join. If they join us later, that's fine. If they don't, it's okay. We are keeping track of the attendance anyway. Okay,
Right.
so let me just start for a minute, and then I think I'll be in for about 15 minutes and hand over back to you. So hello everyone. I wish I can share my video right now, but no. My name is Adiwali Yusuf. I'm sure that Samson has actually introduced me to you last week. I'd actually like to meet each and every one of you as well. I watched the last sessions and then I think it was a good introductions from everyone. It was a good one. And then thank you for joining as well, for taking this step for improving your skill. I think it's a big step that we all should take, right? And then basically, I don't have so much to talk about in the sessions today. And I just want to kind of like set down some structure to our sections, and then the structure will be following throughout these entire sessions, and then some basic ground rules as well that will kind of make sure we adhere to. So one of the ground rules I will start with is punctuality is the key, just like the program managers as well always say as well. So we need to be kind of the punctual to class. The attendance is very necessary, and then we'll kind of note down people that are not really attending, and we can remove those that are not really attending, so we can focus on more people that are really serious. So we're all giving our time to make sure that we contribute our quota. So that's the first ground rules. The second one is let's try as much as possible to participate in the group, and then on projects that we'll be doing, let's be active in the group. Let's make learning fun, basically. There's this quote I usually say in most of my sessions that the ability to learn is a skill, but the willingness to learn is a choice. So if you're going to learn, it's your choice. Nobody's forcing us to learn anything. So you have to kind of like take your learning very serious and all that. And in order to help your journey, we have come up with a checklist for you, which is going to kind of help you navigate this joining and this skills that you're trying to actually learn. So you are supposed to have access to this template since last week, but due to a lot of unforeseen circumstances last week, we could not give that on to you, please. But just for me to be sure that we can all hear me and you are following, can we all at least type something in the chat? Maybe I can hear you, maybe I can see your screen, maybe I'm listening. I just want to be sure we are all here. Okay, I can see Titus, Justin, Ubina, Salami, and then Lawal, are you here? Your chat is not available. I think we should have actually asked.
Yes, I am here.
Oh, okay. All right. So, and you can all see my screen as well. Can you give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So this checklist that you're looking at is what we are going to use to onboard you. So once you have this, the first thing you do is you come here and then you put your name, just like my name is Adewale Yusuf. And then after that, you come here and select your team. So we are going to be putting you into 2 different teams, right? Which is EM1 and EM2. You can ignore the EM3. So we'll put you in 2 different groups. And I think we should actually do that. It's just I don't know if other people are still going to join before we finish this session. I will have to say, let's do that now. I think let's even do that now. So if you are willing to join AM1 or AM2, can you raise your hand? AM1, you want to join AM1, just raise your hand. AM1, raise your hand. At least 3 people should raise their hand now. Okay. We have 3 people, we have 3 hands up. I think that's fine. So that's Salami, Obina, and Lawal. Sorry, Titus, you didn't raise your hand earlier, so let me lower your hand. So Samson, if you can kind of document this, and let's put it on the group as well. These 3 people, I don't know if AM1, let me put your, if you can just type your name out, or somebody can help me as well and type it in the group for people that you know that they are in your group. Those are the 3 people in your group. Titus, I have to lower your hand. Sorry, I said only 3 people. So those are the 3. Please, guys, can you put your hands down? So the remaining 3 people, that's Titus, Nilen, and then Justin. So you guys are AM2. Can you kind of raise your hands, 3 of you? Let me be sure we are syncing. 3 of you, can you raise your hand? Titus, please raise your hand now. I know you want to join AM1, but sorry, you have to be in AM2. So those are the people those are the 2 teams that we're going to have. If anybody join later, I think we're supposed to have about 8 people in the group, right? So if those 2 people join later, we'll possibly split them between the 2 groups so that we can have 2 groups. So like I was explaining, let me be sure the session even recorded. Is the session recorded? I think so.
Yes, the session is recorded.
It's recorded. Okay, good. Then you come here and then you pick your team. Once you pick your team, then you come here to start filling all these things, right? These are the activities you are supposed to do last week, and you can see the deadline in here. The only reason why this is frowning right now, this template is frowning because you didn't complete that activities last week. And well, that wasn't your fault. That was our fault that we didn't give that to you like when we are supposed to give it to you. So this is the activities you're doing today, this one. This is the introductions to the group project and then ask the expert. This is the one you are doing today. So once you have this template, Samson is going to give it to you. So you should not use your phone, please. Download it on your laptop, right? And then you come to the status, download it on your laptop, and then you come to the status. At the end of the session, you do completed, right? Then it's going to show you great. Then it shows that you've only done 2% in the training. For posting on LinkedIn, you should post the activities you've learned, like today. If you're excited about the training, you're excited about your learning journey, please post it on X, tag Platform Explorer, tag Samson, tag myself. So that way the recruiter also see you that you're actually growing in this, you're joining. So once you've been able to do that, you come here as well, and then you do completed. But I'm going to put not started for now because, or maybe started, once you start posted it. You can do completed once you are done. So these are the activities you need to start from the week that you are going into, which is the Power BI. So since you didn't do this last week, right? I think you do this one. So you can just do completed. This is the session you attended last week. And then for these two, or this, yeah, it's basically these two. So there is one, but it's highlighted as two because of how it's written. So you can kind of just mark these two as completed since you didn't do that last week. So let's focus on, so basically once you have the template, you should have this, something like this, completed, yeah, up to here. Then here, once you post on LinkedIn, just change this to completed. And then at the end of every activities, there's a form that you need to complete. Once you finish an activities, you fill the form. Like the today now, you fill this form today. So that's how we track that you are actually doing what we asked you to do, right? So then from next week, these are the activities you will do. These are the deadline of these activities. Anyone that is due, the template or the checklist with Fran, and then anyone that you have not done, please try as much as possible to like complete. Do we all understand up to how to use this checklist? Let's just type, let's just give it like an answer, like a reaction sign, just to let me know you understand this.
Sorry to take you back. I don't understand. Can you please come again?
No, don't be shy to do that. You can always come and ask questions more about right. Did I get your name right?
So you can just call me Ola.
Ola, okay.
Ola,
so if
yeah.
you guys don't understand, please don't be shy to ask questions, right? Just come out at any time, right? I'm going to go back for you, Ola. So basically what I explain is this checklist that we have here is going to guide the way we are going to run this entire stuff, right? Just going to bring this up. Yeah, it's going to guide the way we are going to do this entire stuff. So what I said, the first thing I said is Samson is going to send this checklist to you. Once you have it, download it and open it with your laptop, your PC, not your phone, please. Right? Then once you have it, put your name here, because we definitely ask you this checklist. And you ask back for this checklist for you to submit at the end of this, the cohort. Then you come here and then you pick your group, like you're in EM1 or EM2. Do you understand up to this point, Ola?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Yeah. So once you put your name and your group, the next thing you do is then you start filling this, you start doing all these activities, right? The ones that are meetings, you can join the meeting links. The links are connected to these meetings. You can even join this meeting from this checklist. You join this. So you've done this last week. This is your last week session. So what I'm saying is you can mark everything there as completed because this is supposed to be last week activities. But because we didn't share the activities in time, that's why you didn't do it. So you can mark all of them as complete, including today. This is today activities. So you mark today also as completed. These activities here is talking about posting your learnings and then about program on LinkedIn. So it's also an activity. So you need to like go to LinkedIn or Twitter today, post about what you are learning about Platform Explorer. You can tag Platform Explorer, you can tag myself, you can tag Samson. Just be creative about your post so that people, the recruiter can track that you're actually growing in your learning. And once you are done with that, then you click completed to that. Do we all understand up to this point? If I move to the next one. Can give a reaction. Ola. Okay. Rubina, you understand? Okay, Salam, you understand? Justin, understand? Ola, do you understand?
Yes, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. So the next thing is, this is what you'll be focusing on this week that we are going into, right? From today, this is what you can see the date, right? Today is 18. So like tomorrow, you need to do something. These are all of the activities that you need to be doing. And these activities, there are links there. So when you click on this link, for example, I'm going to click on one of this link. So when you click on one of these links, so I'm clicking on this now, Secret to Building This. And then it took me directly to YouTube. So hold on a second. Yeah, I'm going to just mute this so the sound is not interfering with me speaking. So when you click on one of those links, you can see it takes you to YouTube, right? It takes you to a particular videos that you need to watch. And then this video introduces you to Power BI, secret behind Power BI, how to build this exact dashboard that you can see on my screen. So that's what each of the activities is for. And once you are done with each of the activities, like for example, if I'm done watching this one, if I click on this one, data preparation with Power Query, it will open for me here. Then I'll start watching it. Once I'm done watching this video and these activities, right, I'll come here and I'll mark it as completed, right? I'll mark it as completed, just showing you as an example. Now, once you are done, each of the activities has a form for you to complete. So if you are done with these activities, for example, right, these activities, this is like mastering Power BI. This is all the subtasks of mastering Power BI. There's a form that you need to complete. So you click on the form as well. Once you're done with the activities, you fill this form. You put your name, your email, you choose your group, you select the activities you've completed, and then you select the activities you completed, and then you just fill, and you submit. That way we track that you are doing the activities. Do you understand? Can you give a reaction if you understand?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so that's the second part of what I said I'm going to explain. And this is going to you are going to follow all the timeline. And then there's SQL as well here as well. Even the time that we need to meet, everything is in the checklist. So just like keep completing the checklist and filling the form. Then that way you have great grades. And then if you have passing the due date will show here until you have 100% completion, right? Until you have 100% completion, that's when you are done with these templates. Ola, your hand is up.
I have a question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So in regards to the training, we are going to go through all of this checklist and also watch the videos and do the activities on our own.
Right.
Is it during the classes we do interactive classes or something like that? That's my question.
So the interactive classes is going to be more of like ask the expert. It's going to be more of like interacting with an expert. So the reason why we do this is, sometimes when you teach people how to do the tools like click here, a lot of people will be like lagging behind. You have to wait for some people. So most time it's good you go through the activities, then you come into the class like at the end of the weekend or whatever we are meeting, then you come with your questions. You then ask the expert about what you've done for the week, basically on all of the activities you've done, and then you interact on that, and then he kind of answered your questions. The expert answer all your questions that you have on that, and you move on. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. And aside, are we downloading the application for all of this tools like Power BI and all to do the activities?
Yes,
Okay.
you will. So like for Power BI, you need to download Power BI on your PC. And then in the activities as well, once you start looking at it, there are steps that will also show you how you can get all of those tools. So Nellin, you also have a question?
Yes, my question was that almost the same thing Ola asked. Are we downloading the tool? So just answer that. And I looked at under the Power BI where I was asking how do we know we learning has actually occurred after watching this video. So I just saw that there's a project, get your own data, and you have to create a dashboard, then do project and all that. So that was what I wanted to ask.
Yes. Thank you, Nellin. So that's the third part I wanted to talk about, right? So the first part I've talked about punctuality. Let's come to the class. The second part is we're going to use this checklist to guide our learning activities, right? Like every single week you have what you are doing and you have to like make sure you do that. Then every sessions, you will see the live sessions. These are the live sessions. Like the next week now that we are meeting, that's the 2nd of May. I think there's no class. Yeah, that's the 2nd of May. That's the next time we are meeting. You see the live expert. So you can come with ask the expert with your questions and then what you are struggling with, and then we kind of make it interactive on the call. So that's the second part. The third part is the entire Platform Explorer program also kind of centered around case study and project implementation. So just as we know that there are different, let me say breakout, right? There's the cybersecurity, there's data analytics. So at the end of this entire program, they want you to come up with a project, which is the data analytics team. They also want you to come up with a project or a solutions that data analytics solutions that you can present as a data analytics team, right? So part of the activities that you are also going to do is, as a team, Samson is all going to help a lot in this as well. As a team, you guys will come together, and then I think we should not do like individual. I think we can do like individual teams. Since we have 2 teams, let's do 2 teams, and you guys can present the best project at the end of the training. So we have 2 teams. So each of the teams, you need to meet, aside from the class sessions that we are meeting now, you guys need to like schedule a call between each other, or maybe chat on the group, and then pick a data set. Your instructor can also help you picking that data set, which is Samson can help as well. Pick that data set. It can also help you in case you have any difficulties with the data set on how to clean it, how to visualize it. So we need to like have a project as you are learning all these activities. Have it at the back of your mind that you also need to do a project, and then you are doing a group project with your team. And you guys look for a data, maybe on Kaggle, and then you get the data, clean it up, you do some visualizations, and you get your project ready. And then at every session, after your question is being answered, your instructor will ask you the progress on your project. So for now, I think for this first week, since you have not learned anything about Power BI, you don't need to start working on Power BI projects now. You need to first of all go through all of these activities for this week. And at the end of this week, in the activity say you should get your own data. So everything you've learned here, get a small data. There's a link to where you can also get a data. It's there. So if you click on it, to take you to kaggle.com.dataset, you can pick any data from here. So you can now use all the things you've learned from here to try and curate something for yourself, right? Then after you do that, you decide as a team, you guys can find a time to meet and decide as a team, pick any company and try to see what you can work with. You don't have to finish this on the 24th. You can just pick a data and then you guys will be doing it, keep working on it almost to the close of the program. Ola, you have your hands up.
Yeah, sorry. In regards to the class, I just want to ask, the tools we'll be working with are just Power BI and SQL, yeah? And also for the project. Hello, hi.
Yeah, just getting the data.
No, you don't understand me. What I mean is that in regards to the class, the tools we'll be working with is just Power BI and SQL.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so if we all understand, I think I'm going to kind of like hand over to Samson now. I think he can make sure that you guys get this checklist. Everyone get this checklist, and then you just try to complete all of these ones. And then for today's class, you fill the completions form. So if you have any more questions, you can kind of ask him. And I think that's it, basically. So I wish you happy learning. Yeah, yes, Sirat, please go ahead.
Okay, so my question is for the complete activity, that's the completion form part. Are we going to fill form for, like, I can see that for April 12th, we have like 1, 2, I think that's 2. So are we going to fill 2 separate forms for the same date?
If the activities is different, yes, but if it's not, no. Like I think this one now is the same activities, right? You see there's no wash here. So this one is the same. So you only need to fill one. But if the activities is different, like let's say this and this now, you know it's the same date, but it's the different activities. Like this one is the live session that you're attending now. This is the class. Once you are done, you fill a form. This is to show you attend the class. And this one is when you post. If you make a post on LinkedIn about this learning, so you also kind of, this one doesn't even have a completion form because it's just a post. Yeah. Does that answer your question, Reshirat?
Oh, yes, thank you.
No, you're welcome. Nellin, your hand is up.
Yeah. So I just wanted to ask about the project. So so I see get your own data and create a dashboard in Power BI. Now,
Yeah, this one.
does it mean we have personal projects and we also have group projects, and all these will be at the end, or this one should we get it done before the live section?
And that's a
Was
very brilliant question.
okay.
So this one is your personal project. So this one is like a way of you try your hands on everything you've learned here. So actually,
Okay.
even when you are doing this, as you are doing this, well, you'll be building a dashboard as you are doing this anyway, and it will come up with a dashboard that will look like something like, let me just go here. You will come up with a dashboard that will look like something like this as you are learning it, because you'll be following the step. And as you're learning that, you build a dashboard that is similar to this, right? So the idea is after you now build this, well, you post this on LinkedIn and all that. After you build this, just for you to be sure that you've learned something. So you can go get your own data, just get any data and just build something small with it. This one, you don't need to submit this for your personal learning. Do you understand, Nelly?
Yeah, yes, okay,
Now,
for me.
yes, it's just for you. That's this one. Then the group, you
Okay.
can see group is there. So the
Yes.
group now, this is for the group. So this one, you don't need to be like Ori because it's going to be a comprehensive project. So you are just starting from 24. So you guys can pick a data. You guys can delegate on who is working on what. What are you looking at creating at the end of the day? How beautiful do you want the dashboards to look? So you guys can be doing this. I think until I think there's this place that says that we are going to review that project with you. Yeah, think here. So that group project will like review the group project with you. So you will also see some things here that say meet with your team member, meet with your team member. So we will like review the project with you at the end of the day, your group project, before you go ahead and present it to everybody.
Okay. Oh,
Does that answer your question?
yes, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so I'm going to hand over to you now, Samson. Thank you so much, everyone, for having me. I'll try as much as possible to join one of your sessions sometimes, but I'm sure you're in a capable hand with Samson.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Adewale. Thank you so much. All right, once again, good afternoon, everyone. Please confirm you can hear me loud and clear.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. Yeah. So I observed that two persons joined the class. That is Ayomide Peter Thomas and Femi Joseph. Good afternoon. You're welcome. Yeah. So I think we've had the plan, the learning plan, and the template. So I just dropped the groups on the WhatsApp group. Basically, we'll be having 3 groups now. So we have 3 people to a group. We have AEM1, Yesura, Salami, Obina, and Lawa. So you guys are in group 1. So please, you can just create a WhatsApp group and add the coaches so we can monitor you guys as well. So for AEM2, we have 3 people as well, Titos, Justin, and Nela. So please also create a group. And AEM3, I know Ayomide and Femi joined in the middle of the session, but I think you guys got some information, but I will try and reiterate as much as possible. So that particular template that has been shared with us has been sent to the WhatsApp group. So you can access the document right now. Like he said, you have to download it on your laptop so that you can actually access all the features. And someone was asking, are we going to download Power BI, SQL? Yes, you need to download this and they are free. The free version is available online. And I just sent the 2 links as well to the group. Yeah, so you can download them and it's easy to use. So I remember last week maybe I think six or seven, maybe six of us joined the WhatsApp group, and we're trying to, get familiar to data. And I discovered that some of us are the kind of beginner, we are transiting. Some of us are not even beginner, we're just transiting from a career to data career. And some of us just need to level up our skill, which is actually beautiful. So we had a kind of interactive section, and I remember we will be discussing about data, how you can, how as a data analyst, how you can actually bring possibility out of picture. And we did that as well. So before the end of this section, we can go back and maybe discuss for the benefit of those that are joining today. So I would just like to meet Femi, if you don't mind. Femi and Ayomide, can you please introduce yourself? And I don't think any other person is joining for the first time, but I know Femi is joining for the first time. Ayomide is joining for the first time. So please just tell us your name, your location, and are you transiting into data, or why are you learning the skill? So if any other person is joining for the first time, you can raise up your hand. I'll call your name. Thank you. So Ayomide, let me go with Ayomide. Please tell us your name, your location, and why you're learning the skill.
So can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Good afternoon.
Oh, okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ayomide Peter Thomas. I stay in the UK, and the reason why I am getting into data is because I wanted to test my skills in every department in IT. So I've done cybersecurity, I've done IT support. So I was like, I want to give data a try.
Right. Thank you so much, Ayomide. I can promise you data analytics is going to be fun. Yeah, so maybe because of you, we can just have a little chat as well again. You're welcome. Femi Joseph, you're next.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Femi Joseph. I'm from Lagos, Nigeria. The reason why I'm learning data analysis is to transition into the tech world. I'm at this beginner stage, so I just want to add this skill to my tech skills, so I can be more productive. Yeah.
All right. You're welcome, Femi Joseph. Like I said earlier, data analysis is one of the in-demand skill today in the world, and of course, like I can promise it's gonna be fun. So maybe because of this, to new people, do I have any other person before I move on? I know I've met with Justin, Lawa, Bina, Israel. I think I've met with all of you last week. So do you have any other person before I continue? Just raise your hand. Okay, I think I've met you all. So for the benefit of Ayomide and Femi, can we just have a chat? Let's go back again to what we learned, just the fundamentals, and we can go fully into the skill. But by the way, the first two, the first checklist, you might also, although we are done with that, but you can also check for your, you may need to use Excel for something. Just check. The course is fully explained and very, very simple to assimilate. So I'll be sharing my screen shortly, and please just confirm you can see my screen, so that just confirm. I may not be able to. Just give me a thumbs up if you can see it. All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I can see that. So the next 25 minutes, let's just go to what we have. Well, before that, okay, so it's going to be nice as you introduce the boss himself. So it's a data analytics for professional, and it's a cohort 2 program. The cohort 1 has been done before, and this is the second course. And the person who just spoke to you now, actually, his name is Adewale Yusuf. Mentioned it last week, and he's a MVP, Microsoft Data Platform MVP professional. So he's the main coach, And as you can see, he has a lot of experience when it comes to data, and he has been doing this for more than 9 years. He has trained over 20,000 personnel, like, yeah, that I know, and he has built a lot of robustness. And he's a founder of Analytic Extra Mentorship, Power Platform in Nigeria, founder of Analytical Power Shop, and currently is an associate manager at Ascension in the UK. And myself, my name is Kasale Samson. Yeah, my name is Kasale Samson, and I'm also a data analyst. I work with EY as a data analyst and a supply chain consultant, and also having able to get more than 3 years plus in this field, mentored under Mr. Diwali. So it's an opportunity for me to speak with you guys. And of course, this is about you. So there was a quote, gave you guys earlier, the capacity to learn is actually a gift. The ability is a skill, but the willingness to learn is actually choice. And basically what we have to just speak about right now is just the introduction, which I'll be brief, the roadmap, which I believe he has shared with you just right now. So I said last week rather, that there's going to be a kind of checklist. So that's the roadmap. The roadmap is actually for you. That's your learning roadmap. So, and the plan. Then a bit of data literacy for those who are new in the system. So basically, let's just have a chat. Like I said, it's going to be a chat, and it's going to be interactive. We're going to be having fun doing this. So before you can actually delve into data analytics, Power BI, SQL, Excel, it's very fundamental for you to understand data literacy itself. Like, that is the rudiment. If you don't understand the rudiment, you might not fully grasp what you're actually doing. At the end of the day, you're helping a business or a company to make decisions, but you need to get the fundamentals. What led to what? How did we achieve this? So you're talking about data literacy. Basically, it's about just 6 levels or 6 steps. I want to talk about the data generation, how the data is being generated, where did we get this data? So data literacy is about data generation, then flowing into the structure itself. When you get the data, how is it structured? How is it arranged? If you have a bad structure, of course, you should know that you'll be having a bad result at the end of the day. So that's what we call data literacy. And also the next flow is data storage. How is data stored? Are we storing it on premise, on cloud? So these are rudiments you need to actually understand when it comes to data. So you want to understand how it's been generated, the structure and the storage. Then the data analysis itself. The analysis is what people see, and which is from data to insight, from data to insight. So it's like you're picking a lot of rice. By the time you are done with the rice, maybe uncooked one, when you cook, you can serve. That's the process. So the process is you clean the data, you transform it, you load it into your business intelligence tool, and you have a very beautiful dashboard. That is your analysis. Then a basic knowledge of statistics, but this should not be a problem, because majorly you can be a data analyst for 6-7 years and you don't really do some Python, you don't really do so much like that. Even statistics, just the very minimum, like the main media mode that we all know, those basic statistics. Then finally, the basic thing we need at the end is decision making. By the time you are done gathering data, making analysis, what insights are you bringing from the data? That is what the company is interested in. Oh, you want to tell them at the end of this report, okay, at the end of the year, this company made 100 million. Part of this 100 million, 20 million was, part of the revenue came from this part of the country. This part, came from this part of the region. So what decision are we making at the end of the day? That is what is called data literacy. So if you can understand the rudiments, you can be sure that, of course, by the time you pick a data, you will know that your client or your managers, the company is interested in the insights. What are the insights and what's the decision can you make with this insight? So basically, if you travel all over the world, there are 2 operations in every system. There are 2 systems in every organization. 2 major systems in every organization, and you have operational system and analytical system. What do I mean by the operational system? Many of us have been to the mall, we've been to, for people in Nigeria, ShopRite, any mall, the UK, There is a mall somewhere, Jumia, you've been to the market, big markets, you've been somewhere to shop. And the operational system is how the company actually executes their business process. When you go to a mall, I'll be using Nigeria as an example because I'm in Nigeria. So apologies to other people. So in Nigeria, we have a company like ShopRite. It's a store, a very big store. When you go there, you pick your item. When you pick your item and you go back to the cashier, like the barcode is being read, and you make your payment. That is the operational system. That is a system, that is software, that's being used to actually calculate everything you bought. And what you need to do is to generate the invoice, you pay, and you get out of the system. So that system or that software is operational system, how they are running their day-to-day activities. And some examples of that are custom built system that maybe perhaps developers developed, or SAP, for example, a manufacturing company like 7-Up, Coca-Cola, they use SAP system for their day-to-day activities, and I've been opportunity to actually help execute and implement and install an SAP system and see how things are being done in the data stream of SAP. So how they actually operate is called operational system. Then the other side is the analytical system, because at the end of the day, ShopRite wants to see what happened between 2025 and maybe 2026. Maybe in 2025, ShopRite made 1 billion naira, and 2026 they made 2 billion naira, and they want to check, they want to compare what happened. Oh, we opened 2 new regions, we had 2 offices in 2 regions in this part of the country. So with that data, with that decision, they can now make another decision that, oh, I think in December, people buy more of Pepsi products, people buy more of spaghetti products. With that, they can actually structure themselves that, oh, I think in December or in this part of the month, there is a huge sales when we have this promo. So it helps businesses, it helps company to actually decide, okay, I think we can now, people are now demanding, people are coming from Lagos mainland to get products, but we don't have an office there. So if we have an office there, maybe it's something that can help us to generate more revenue. So what are the tools that are used for this analysis? We have systems like Power BI. Majorly, we have Power BI, we have Tableau, but the major tools, the major business intelligence tools used most widely is Power BI. And we have other tools, but you have to understand that every business in the world operates two systems, operational and analytical. So having known that, what is now data generation itself? How do you generate data? This was a project or a dashboard designed by Mr. Adewale, and I was sharing with every other person last week that most of this data, where do we think all this came from? Yes, most of this came from health centers, hospital. A country like Nigeria, you can typically complain of headache during that period, during COVID 2020. If someone, the nurses or the doctor will tell you, oh, that is a sign of coronavirus, whereas it's just malaria. So most of this data had been gathered from hospitals, health centers, pharmacy. They can go there, oh, how many people came here to complain headache? And they'll just register your name, whether you have it or not. So that's where we get to know the confirmed cases, the death cases, the total recovered. And, at the end of the day, this data was gathered together. And this dashboard was built. So with this, we were able to see, okay, at a glance, country by country, cases by cases, what are the total confirmed cases in the world? What are the total confirmed cases of deaths, recovered, and life? So data we gathered from scattered sources, from different places, from the internet, and at the end of the day, a dashboard was built, which was all over the news, and that is basically data analysis. And people were making, governments were making decisions on this. Oh, we have to have quarantine centers here and there and there. So data is actually everywhere. Data is actually everywhere. So, and we went into a section, an interesting section like this, where we ask ourselves, because you can become a data analyst even now. So I want to ask specifically to Ayomide, and Femi, Ayomide will handle this first one. I have to exercise this for you. Ayomide, you have to tell me, as a data analyst, if you are employed by a new company, this is a graphics, yeah. It is a picture, and you just kind of you just give a job as a data analyst, and they ask you what data can you see here. So basically, what they're asking, what data, what business opportunities can you see here? What decision can you make from this data? So in 3 minutes, you want to tell us what data can you see in this picture, and what are the things as an analyst, what are the decisions you can make for a company? Over
Sorry,
to
can
you.
you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Off the graphics of what I'm seeing, I would probably say clothes, food stores, and it's kind of busy road. It's looking like a very, very busy center where people like are constantly working. So you would probably say um a clothes store would be like the first logic of like, okay, I'm going to my data would be clothes, and these are the vendor stores I could get, and all that I could have seeing off the facts thing. I would say food and transport as well, because there's loads of cars, buses, and there's food sites, sellers. So off that, I could probably, so from my background, I have my little sister where I am at. Um, I could probably come up with some data that would execute with everything in there,
Okay,
if that
okay,
kind of makes sense.
okay. All right, that's fine. Thank you. But based on this kind of data, a business wants to set up here. A business wants to set up, and like you said, there are a lot. This place is actually busy. So, what two businesses do you think you can, as an analyst, project that? Oh, these two business we actually survive, and of course, we make sales here. So, if you want to tell anyone, what kind of business do you suggest anyone can have here in this kind of environment?
I would probably say a food stall,
Mm,
because people could like be hungry at that point of time, and you would probably kind of make the food a bit cheaper due to common economy. And I would say taxis, kind of like a taxi business or like a transport business, because it's
mm.
quite busy. So
Exactly. You're very, very correct. I agree with you. You're very, very correct. So, yeah, so that's the way it is. So, we think, even when you see pictures, the first thing that want to come to your mind is the decision. So, as analysts, that's the way we think. What is the end point? What are my stakeholder interested in? They are not interested in the beautiful dashboard, the visuals. Fine, those ones are very, very good. In fact, you can have just 4 visual in your canvas, and your decision, the insights are making sense already. So thank you so much, Ayomide. You are very correct. In fact, there are more than 5 businesses that we spoke about, and that is how you get started as an analyst. Thank you so much. So the second picture, Femi, as an analyst, the same question has been thrown to you now. You want to look at this data. I should believe that you know this part of Lagos. What business, what data can you see first? What decision can you make, and what business can you recommend? Femi, do we still have you? All right, I can't see if you are still in the class. Okay, yeah, you're still in the class. Can you speak? All right, so I think he's not available. So just 1 or 2 persons. We have just little time. We don't want to take more time. Just anyone. What business do you think we can see in this data? What data can you see? Just one person. Just one person. Anyone.
This might come off like I would say a toll gate because I know there's a toll gate right in front.
Yeah, that's
I know
correct.
there's a yeah, so probably something that could let's say a petrol station because it's like a highland, so they could have like a petrol station to the side where obviously fuel is kind of low and the buses kind of break down after times and it's quite hot at the same time. So you could say a petrol station to the side, and that kind of helps people kind of, quick a quick 1 or 2.
Yeah, yeah. So that's actually correct. So that's the idea. The idea is we to make decisions for data, decisions with data rather. So when your managers or when you have a client and you've been tasked to, you know, analyze the data, what they're interested in, remember, is a decision at the end of the day. So briefly, so data storage, we have just little time. Like I said, data are stored in 2 places, 2 ways rather. You have on-premise and cloud. The premise might mean, for example, your laptop, your local device is your premise, your hard drive. So when you have your information on your hard drive, it's on premise and it can be accessed and analyzed as well. Also, you can also access your data from cloud. For example, your Gmail, even Cargo, you can, just like your project, to be doing your project, you can get your data from the Cargo. We have database SQL. So you can have sources like these 2 sources of data, and there are so many source of data which I know some of us have seen. We know GitHub, Excel, Facebook, Stripe, Spark, Access, so many source of data. So basically, we have this source of data, and we have premise and on-premise. So I'll just run through the structure of data. One thing you have to understand as a data analysis, if your data is not structured well, like I told you, you have a bad analysis at the end of the day. So look at a bad structure, look at a good structure. Look at the line of business. You have your North Central sitting alone, copier sales sitting with parts printer on a row. So this is actually bad. Look at this good structure because you can't clean the data in a bad structure this way. So it is better for you to have a good structure with your data. So there are 7 golden rules actually for data analysts. So there are rules like if you go against the rule, it's a sin. Mr. Adewale will say it's a sin if you go against this rule. So as a data analyst, there are 7 rules that guide every data analyst. So number 1 is you must make sure that in your data you don't have empty columns. When you start working with data, maybe if you are privileged to work with Excel, if you check the first checklist, you'll see a data. Perhaps you can see some examples of it. So make sure you don't have an empty column in your data set. When you have an empty column, your Excel be seen as 2 different sheets or 2 different documents or 2 different information. So when you have this, you have to clean it. You have to remove this empty row. Secondly, you must make sure you don't have an empty row in your data. The same thing is applicable. It will look so like it is different. So no empty row in your data, and all your data must be in single column. Many times we have data in this way, but you must structure your data very well. You want to have your data, have it in a column. You want to have your line of business, have it in a column. You want to have country, have it in column, revenue in a column. All columns must have unique data types. Every column, when you have a line of business, what are you putting? Put the same data type, service plan, part, revenue, the same data type. You don't want to have a different data type. You don't want to have a decimal where you should have an integer. So you must have your column, you must have your data type in the same column. Another rule is no total or subtotal. So the way I told us the story of a guy who was analyzing a particular data set, and unknown to him, a subtotal was hidden inside the data itself. And at the end of the day, he analyzed the data and he saw, of course, a large sum of revenue, about 100 million naira. But the company made only 60 million. And that was very tragic. error. So when the company celebrated a party, they celebrated a lot, spent money, knowing fully whether it's still money, and they discover that what happened? Money, we don't have money in the company anymore. So they had to go back to the finance, audit what happened, and discover that subtotal was hidden inside the main data, and the guy has to be sacked. So as a data analyst, you have to be very careful. That's why the Power BI section you'll be going to very soon talked about ETL, extract, transform, load. So cleaning your data is very, very important. Also, no obstructions around your data. When you receive a data and you come across something that is not meaningful, just take it away and just continue with it. And the final rule is single rule of heading. Before you analyze your data, make sure you have heading. Have your heading with the same data type written boldly. So this is a kind of a summary of the rule. So let this rule guide you as a data analyst. It is very, very important. In fact, when you go against this, it is considered a sin. So this is just because of the time, there's a part of this kind of data for discussion. Now, ETL, like I said, ETL, you'll be facing ETL in Power BI. You'll be starting with Power BI. So ETL actually stands for extract, transform, and load. So you pick the data from your source. Might be SQL, might be from the cloud, from Cargo, from Excel, from anywhere. So that's extract. The transform is the cleaning process. What are you doing? The data is so dirty. Oh, you are removing this row. You are adding this. You are creating a relationship before you load to your business intelligence tool, which is the Power BI, and take it to your business intelligence, and you make do with it and come up with a data dashboard that you can share with everyone. Like I said, we have tools for cleaning data. We have Power Query, Melissa, IBM. Most of us would have seen this, but the major ones we use majorly is Power Query, and Power Query is a part feature of Power BI. So with Power BI, you'll be seeing Power Query, and you'll understand what Power Query is being used for. So basically, we use Power Query to clean our data. And we have different roles in data. We have different roles. We have business analyst, we have data analyst, we have data engineer, analytics engineer, and data scientist. So basically, all of them have different roles. But in a typical country like Nigeria, you may probably be doing 3 things, or even 2 at the same time in Nigeria. So a business analyst, we all know that your own is to interpret the data and bring insights from that data visualization as a business analyst. Why data analyst? In the other hand, you have to prepare and visualize the data. So that is your role. What do we use? We use Power BI, SQL, or we use Excel. Yes, the old Excel. And data engineer, of course, the role is to manage and build platform, the ETL process pipeline, data pipeline. That's the major role of an engineer. And analytics engineer, your work is to bridge a data engineer and data analyst by creating some models, basically, building lake houses, warehouses at the back end, fabric. And of course, we all know the great work of data scientists. They are the advanced modelers, advanced analysts. They work with patterns, AI, hypotheses, forecasts from data. So basically, all this role in data, I think many of us want to start with data analyst, and we can move to business, and we can explore. But the sweet role of data analyst is very, very simple, and we can just extend to all. So like I said, and the other part is database administrator. That's someone in charge of building SQL. So you might be interested in just SQL. Many people doing work with SQL, and they are also data analysts. So basically, I've explained what is data analysis. It's actually from data, which is, as you can see, is in the pictorial graph. You have your data coming from Excel, from Facebook, from SQL, passing through the ETL and developing a dashboard. Just as you can see this is a sample of a brief dashboard. So basically, data analysis is telling a story with data. At the end of the day, you want to tell a story. The data is simple, but you as an analyst have been able to clean, transform, and tell a story with that. And there are categories of data analytics. We have descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, prescriptive, and cognitive. So descriptive is about what happened. If you are developing a dashboard, you're summarizing the data set to describe an outcome to stakeholders. So what you are doing, you are describing, you are descriptive analyst. Also, you can be a diagnostic analyst. So that answers the question why. Why do this thing happen? Why did we get a low revenue in this area? So you dig deeper into a cause to find the root cause of something. Also, as a predictive analyst, you forecast what might happen in the future. So just like a data scientist, so you forecast what might happen. Also, as a prescriptive, like a doctor, you go to the hospital and you prescribe a kind of medicine to a patient. So what you do is you use the insights from predictive, and this allows business to make informed decision in face of uncertainty. And cognitive, what might happen. That's just the answer. So you handle situation. What might happen if this happen? If this occur, what will happen? If this event come to an end, what will happen? So these are the categories of analysis that we actually have. So you have to know as well what kind of analysis are you coming up with. So of course we have tools of data analysis. We have Microsoft. We have so many. But as our 2022 Gartner report, the leader is still Microsoft, and Power BI is the tool we are using. So you'll be going into Power BI very soon, and I want to just encourage you, please make sure that you follow all the lesson and so on. And if you encounter any problem, you have any question, the lesson has been structured in the day-to-day activities. So call the WhatsApp group is actually opened. You can chat with me anytime. Please chat up with me anytime. So like he has explained, this status has to be marked completed because you are done with this, because you are working with the date. So today is 18. So today we expect you, we are having this section right now. We expect you to start with this link. Go through this link, watch the videos. Once you are done, pick a project of your own so I can help you pick a project, maybe from the group you create. Just let me know so we can have section. I can have section with each of the groups, so we can come up with projects. Because per group we can come up with data sets and come up with your project. But overall, when you have any question at all, my DM or the group is opened. So I think we have been able to utilize the few minutes we have very well. So I want to take questions just in case we have any at all. Any question? Anyone?
Sorry, I have a question.
All right, I made a go on.
Please, I was gonna say the personal projects that we create, that we pick from the data that has already been given to us, that we pick from there and then create a project of it, or do we go out, find something, and then create a project of it?
Okay, so I'm sharing my screen back again. So when you get to this stage, there's get your own data and create a dashboard in Power BI. So basically, you had to get your data, and it has helped you with the links. Can you see? You have the link, and you can just simply click on that link, get data. So when you click on the link, get data, it will take you to Kaggle. So Kaggle has so many recent data sets you can just pick and play with. So you're having, this is Kaggle, it's loading, just a minute. Kaggle data set, and from here you can literally see so many data sets you would like to work with. So as you can see new data sets. You have trending data set, you have CPSC, product recall intelligence, global inflation versus interest, you have US recession probability. So this is a website for analysts, for data scientists, basically. Global child literacy. I can see number of download 317. So you can come here, pick data, or you can chat me up. I think you fall under group 3. Your team can chat me up. We can look at this data and see how from here can see another one, healthcare, house price prediction data set. I think this project is majorly done. So we can come together, pick a data set, and we can go through on how to analyze and develop a dashboard. That is our question.
Yes, that does. Thank you. Yeah, that
Okay.
works.
You're welcome. All right, any other question? I think I took 6 minutes of our time already. Any other question before we end this section? I'm
Sorry,
sure we are still clear. Okay. All right.
do
I
we
really
start this, so do we start this today? Like, do we get it started today?
do we get
Do we get the project started today, or do we have to? Do we wait
okay
till
for
next week?
today? For today, so the task for today is you join the section for today. Just go ahead to this complete activity, complete this form. So you don't have any project to complete for today because you need to get the skill first. You need to learn the skill, and the skill itself is mastering Power BI. So you want to go through all these, for tomorrow. That's why we structured it day by day. So for tomorrow, learn about the secrets of building an amazing dashboard with Power BI. Tomorrow as well, you can have 3 classes. Then on the 20th, learn about DAX. The 21, learn about developing. So at the end of the day, this will help you to get an understanding of designing a dashboard. Then on the 23rd, and you can do yours even today if you have the time. Fine, why not? So you can go to Kaggle, pick a data set of yours, and do it. Like you said, when you do something, you know more better. And put it on the LinkedIn, and tag myself, tag Mr. Adewale, so that we can monitor and make sure that we are seeing it. And most importantly, when you're doing your project, make sure that you mark your completion form. So here you'll be saying due date. Why? Because these dates are past. Until I feel them completed, you'll be having this angry bird. So you want to make sure that you mark them completed, so we can be sure that you've done that particular part of the project. But you can pick as many days as possible by the time you learn the skill. Hope I answered your question.
Yes. I was going to also say because on my screen I do kind of see the due date past. Is there a way we can sort that out? Because we literally don't.
Yeah. So what you can just do is just mark them completed because the date are passed already. So the Excel is automated and is working with your date.
Okay, thank you. Okay, that works. Thank you very much.
Okay, I can see a hand. I can see a hand. Nelin,
Yes, I was raising my hand, but at a second thought, I felt maybe it wasn't really necessary. But my question is, what we are posting on X or LinkedIn. So, does it have any pattern? Do we have to speak a certain kind of English, make it professional, or just be yourself? So I just want to know.
Okay, so
regarding the post.
So one of the ways of coming out to make the world see what you're doing or that you're learning is, for example, today is the 4th class. So this as a recording, or perhaps you've taken screenshots of one of the 2 slides I've been sharing with you. So you want to go and pick maybe 2-3 screenshots and just, today I just, I joined the data analysis team in the Platform Explorer, and I'm excited about my learning. So just talk about your learning experience and things you hope to get. And when you do your projects, you post your project. So when your recruiters see what you do, they believe you can do it. So that helps a lot. Yeah, I can even tell you I got my job through LinkedIn, through posting. So when they see what you can do and they have to,
somebody saw your post.
Yeah. So it works that way. And in fact, you can go ahead and build a portfolio. So for someone like me, have a portfolio on my LinkedIn. You can check my LinkedIn. If you check my name,
I saw your portfolio.
Yeah. So people can go to your portfolio, just so that way it's a discussion ground already. I don't need to start telling you I've done this theory. You see what you've done. These are the projects done. So you show them, and from there, are you ready to work with us? The discussion has ended. You've gotten the job. So I'm advising everyone as well. If you don't have a portfolio, build one, or your LinkedIn is fine. Optimize your LinkedIn to that level. Put your projects when you put your project online, people reach out to you, they talk to you, and you can easily transit into that career. I hope I answered that question.
Yes, you did. You did. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. If we have no other question, I think this section has been productive today. I want to wish everyone PE learning, and please mark the completion, and please finally the names of the first names of the people in the group. The first name, you are the group governors. So create the group now after this class. In 1, 2, 3, create your group and add the facilitators, which is myself and Mr. Adewale. Add the two of us to the group, so I'll monitor you closely. And when you encounter any error or problem during learning, I can help you very well. All right. Thank you so much for joining the section. Happy learning, guys. We'll see you again next time.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Bye, everyone.